everybody. So we got Sledge and Don, Will, Rob, Sergio, Al. Welcome. So we got jobs coming up on Friday. Dun, 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 dun. Probably, I guess all the news is kind of preempting a large negative revision on jobs and preempting the rate cut that's supposed to happen in 17, 18 days, whatever. Coming up down here on, right here on the, I guess, 15 days. Not next week, but the week after on Wednesday. It's supposed to be a rate cut. We'll see if that actually transcends or not. So, anyway, that's what we got cooking. What do I expect to happen? I don't know. We saw, rewinding back to August, we did see somewhat of a negative reaction when they did a big jobs revision. That's what we got right here. So if we catch that again, might we have another big yikes? But we already kind of did that, right? Coming into the month, we already did the yikes. So do we do it again? I don't know. All right. Well, without further ado, the rules of the game. Requests for at least 30 minutes. You got to type all caps if you want your request, and I'll do my best to look at them. Channel members get to make as many requests as you want. If you're not a channel member, you get 3. Pick your top 3. Nobody's going to enforce it, but if I just notice that you've put in way more than 3, I'm just not gonna address it. So, ready, set, go. Whenever you're ready, let's go for it. I don't got much to say today. Market pullback, did all the things I expected to do. Probably going higher. Dun, 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 dun. And if nobody makes any requests, we'll wrap it up. FCX did a pullback, did a bounce off the roadmap line. There's the high, there's the low, there's the entry. Potential to go up here. Bigger picture. It's just been in a sideways chop, so can it get 50.92 without breaking out? Sure. It's got the bigger pullback back here. Kicked it off, so we could push it on up to 70. We'll see what happens. WRB. And so we've got this big pullback back here, and then a smaller actual roadmap bounce right here. Just remove that one. Pull back. Freaking snapper tool. Bull crop. Bullshit. So we kicked off an entry back here, and we pulled back, and we're just sitting here under the entry. Can it come back down? Yeah. Stops out. Dollar below to do. 76.77. That's the upside target. And ADI. Hit targets. Likely to come back down. And SLV. Hitting targets. Be careful. Although we have the breakouts. Bigger picture. We have to go up a time frame or 3. Big picture. We've got this big pullback from this high to this low. Haven't even broken out yet. That's up there at 47. If we get it, 58, maybe 70 on the upside before it runs out of steam. And it's upside target still up here, 150. Not too difficult there. And let's see what else we got. BZH. Laser Homes. Not much change from last week. Little bitty bounce on the daily charts. Hit the target. Be careful. Coming back down to the roadmap line. We hit the target right there. Coming back down. Wait for another bounce. I don't expect much of a trend here. So, not much change there. Marvell and Marvell. So we've got this first move down. We did a big retrace. We held, moved down. We're sitting here. Potential for Marvell is to come on down to this zone. Can it hold? Got to move up. If we hold a 618 retrace, we could bounce, change the fortune, possibly go up a little higher. But right now, first move down, second move down. That's what I would expect from Marvell. Kava, probably on the path to come on down. This just keeps grinding lower. So we did a roadmap bounce right here. Got the extension down, hit the target. Another bounce there. Probably about the same target. Halfway would expect it to hold this level here. It's a big 618 retrace. And then we could bounce and go higher. Doesn't have to. That's the way the cookie crumbles on Kava. Chewy got a little pullback today. Not really doing much. Just sitting here consolidating. If we can break through the top of the consolidation over here, we do have that gap down sitting right on top of that. Right there. Break through all that. Upside target 51. Right there. Fairly easy. And COHR. So we have a potential bounce cooking right here. Got that high, we got this low, and we're just sitting here. Giant gap down. That's a big resistance. There. And support sitting right there at the roadmap line. Maybe like, well, what do I expect? So as long as the support holds, grind back up into that gap down. But if support breaks and we don't, if the high's already in, there you go. Resistance on up here at the 618 that we could see a third move up and still get a move down in here. So bigger, like if we got the bigger correction on up just slightly, pulls up the low just a little bit, somewhere around that mid 60s to 7, low 70s, mid 60s, somewhere there. You see this pushes on down, still mid 60s, low 60s, somewhere between 60 and 70. If we're going to break down through support on COHR. MU, move over, butter. Still has the pattern to go higher. Nothing really changed. Bounce back here, moved up, retraced. Set the breakouts. I'm long MUU. Just sitting and waiting. DocU is not doing much. Resistance at the roadmap line. Something to watch out for. Came up, extended down, came up. If we break through the 618, probably going to extend down. And that could take us all the way down here. 56. I have shares of DocU. I have upside calls sold. See what happens on DocU. And all right, caught up with the Turnmire or the channel members. So caught up with channel members. I see one more GitLab and target. So you all will be back to regular channel member status, and we'll check it out. So GitLab sitting there. Resistance, we've been here before. If we extend it down, we didn't actually extend it down here. Came shy, came back and retested. Still leaves the 36 open on the downside there. And TGT is got a bigger downtrend going. Probably gonna cook it on down somewhere in this 50 to 70 zone right there. TM is sitting there at resistance. So we've got all these highs across here. It's been resistance, been resistance, been resistance, been resistance, and it's resistance again. So could we break out? Sure. Upside target 103. It's pretty major resistance there. Already covered FCX, and there you go. All right. I see Nike. And Nike probably coming back down. Bigger picture, Nike's on a big picture, measured bounce. Did a giant move up, a giant retrace, and potential to go higher. But if it breaks down here, it could come down here. So look at that low, that high. Pushed it a little deep, still bouncing. Potentially go higher on Nike. Let's see. AMPR. And long as the channel members stay ahead of me, I'll keep hitting them. But once we get to the end, I'll circle back and pick up all the subscribers. So potentially first move down, retrace, second move down, we hit the ideal spot. Is this a 1, a 2, and we get the move up 3? This big zone, this big gap down, roadmap line, all that stuff right there. Resistance, if we fail it, could come down to the 41 area. It's KMPR for you. Elf Beauty. Just grinding in here. Hadn't been able to hit the 139 target. There's the nice, beautiful ABC. Absolutely beautiful correction. Extension should hit 139, if not 145. Before we get another big pullback. ZM. And has this big measured bounce potential. Move up, retrace, move up. There's the target area, 107 to 122. SCO is not a ticker we can predict. That's just short oil. PGY, go to the morning show, watch the oil stuff. So PGY, 3-wave up, trace, pretty deep. Coming up into this. So that looks like an A, B, even though it was deep. C, correction. Trend was down into it. Trend resumption is down. Low price stuff. Could go out of business. Be careful on PGY. And that's it. Kimberly, I'll get your ticker. Kimberly, they opened a Sprouts Farmers Market here in town. Kimberly liked it. So, but we're under the roadmap line. And dropping off after this massive run up, topping out. It's went kind of exponential, right? Chop around in here. Could take a big bath back down, so I'd kind of be careful on that one. And Tiger, TIGR. And there's not much to say there. Resistance at that level right there. And Soundhound. So it's got two potentials here. We have this move down. We have this retrace. Rejection here. There's a little gap down here. And pullback and potential to drop. But as long as we keep the uptrend intact. This looks like a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. And we could actually pop out of here. It's a wind up. So this is like one of those, like, you got to be careful because there's a bigger picture. Could be very negative if we break through the uptrend of lows and the roadmap line there. Got to be careful. Being super bullish on this. If we break down, it's going to prove you wrong very quickly. If we can do the upside stuff. Nice big fat upside, probably 29, 30 in the short term here. And Baidu, not going anywhere. Still negative bias on that for me. Baidu and PDD and Alibaba. Yeah, this is sitting at lows. This has not been able to get off the lows at all. This kind of looks like nastiness. Marriott still has the downside set up. Not changed a bit. First move down, retrace. First move, second move. Looking for the third move, fourth move, fifth move down here. So that's the A. That's the B potentially. Absolutely beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the target zone. We'll see if it plays out. May run out of time before it actually drops on out. TER. That's a downtrend of highs. Be careful. Nothing says that's done on the downside yet. It did technically complete A, B, C with a lower low. But until we start making higher highs, it's not confirmed done yet. GSATs. And just a choppy, hot mess of sideways. Palladium. Yeah, watch out. That one may bounce off the roadmap line there. I like platinum much better. Didn't do much of a retrace. Probably got bigger upside, 160 there. All right. Caught up with everybody. From now on, anything below Be Like Water's PAL will be just treated as the normal list. Circle back up, pick up the few. I think General Rush was saying good afternoon because GA not a ticker. Path has a move up and a retrace to the uprights. Potential to do a measured bounce, but if we break down below this level, probably going lower. This is low price stuff. Be careful. Big funds and stuff don't really trade under 20. 20 to 25 is usually their floor. So anything down here is mostly retail and, you know, junk like that. So be careful. This can drop out and take a cruise down. All right. Moving on down. Mountainville Resorts. Still in the downtrend. Until we break above. You know, we have a move up. We have the retrace. Potential to break out, but still a downtrend. Till we can break through the downtrend of highs. Still in the downtrend. Still can go lower. 100 on the downside. PGR. Still consolidating. Onto the roadmap line. There's the resistance. Winding it up under here. Made a move up, made a retrace. If we can pop through of that resistance at 271, get through that, go on up. I'm holding like 2 shares of this from back here. I chose not to stop it out, even though it did meet the stop out criteria. So I'm just sitting waiting. I feel like this will eventually get through its crap and make a move up here. But right now, doesn't look too hot. GMGMF. Who asked about that? Catherine? So this looked good back in 2021. I actually bought some of this. Got like 100 shares from back here. Made a move up, made a retrace. I bought it on this potential bounce right here. Right here. And guess what? It failed. So that's the lowest low. That's a 3-wave move up. Trend is down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Lower high. Trend is down. 0 is a real potential opportunity here. Could it come around? Maybe. Does it look very likely? No. Is it super low price stuff? Yep. Low price stuff follow the patterns? No, not usually. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it doesn't. It's very liquid, and that's what causes this like static looking, you know, just looks like shh. You know, it doesn't really have any signal. So there's high noise, low signal, and pump and dumps can play in there. Let's see, Dell came back to the roadmap line. If we can hold it, it looks like an ABC. Back to the roadmap line. Got this gap down here now on earnings. Got to fill that to go higher. If we can, that leaves this in the near term and bigger picture up here around 200. CMG. Still holding that one. Still kind of looking at that. This may be developing into something bigger down the downside. 34. This is my bigger support down here around 34, 30, 36, 34. Right down in there. So if we don't hold where we are right now, probably taking another trip on down, 36, 92, maybe down to 34. Right there. Just waiting and watching on that one. GLD. I cover gold in the mornings. So hitting the upside target off of the pullback right here. Hold on. And this little pullback right there. We're hitting the target. Don't expect a lot more before we pull back again. And PCG. Hit the head, hit the head. Extension, extension. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy like that. MRK. I skipped Mara earlier. Mara's on the weekly update for crypto power plays. It hadn't done anything though. Resistance right here. We get through it. Upside from Merck. Mara. Sorry, I missed that. Michael Cannon. Sitting right there. I know you have access to the weekly update, so you should watch that. Resistance right there. If we can break higher, if we break down, coming down here. Pretty simple. And starting to lose a little bit of hope on this baby. We got support right there. May come down here before we can bounce. If we bounce, then we got major resistance there. Downtrend of highs cooking. This is a downtrend. Be able to pull up out of this nosedive. It's gonna be tough. It's a downtrend that's been going all for 2 years now, almost 2 years. It's kind of the trend we got cooking. May not work. All right, APLD. Hit target. Watch out for the pullback. That wasn't about it wasn't a daily bounce. It was not even a 4-hour bounce. Golly. 1 hour bounce. Pulled back, bounced, ran higher, hit the target. Even this bigger one, hit the target. Hit that target, pull back, hit the next target up. Tagged it right there. So we may see this retrace again before we push on up to the bigger picture target. 27. That's APLD. TLT. There's not really much to. It's just a big blob. It's been kind of dead. No trend. And my system looks for trends. That's not really a trend. It's kind of a tightening of a range with higher lows. It's kind of what looks like a bear flag thing. Just a really long bear flag. And then bear flags tend to continue down. We'll see what happens. Elliott wave wise, there's not really much clarity here. And that's on the 1 hour time frame. Look at the daily. It really looks like we're going to reach down to a lower low. That's what it looks like. And DGS2 took a dive. DGS10 took a dive. DGS5 took a dive. And all the treasury took a dive. It's interesting. Move had a little pop. Ah, that's the wrong move. I need that move. Still had a little pop. Saw this news that move popped a little bit. 100 is where things get extra spicy. All right, CPF. Fingers are off the keys. First move down, retrace. Second move down. This looks somewhat illiquid. The way these candles are, very odd. So the first move down, the retrace to the resistance, and that makes the next move down potentially right down in this zone. If we get continuation, that's CPF. Amex. That's not Amex. That's weird. I don't think that's what you were looking for. AXP maybe? Target's right there, 335. You're actually looking for Amex, like, I don't know which ticker you're trying to trade because none of those are like US listed. So, not sure there, Jody. If you're looking for AXP. Let's see. NG. Nova Gold. All right. NYMEX. Looking for Nova Gold. NYSE Acra. This is low price stuff. Again, caution. Let's see. Do I have a low? And so it's kind of a double bottom. Move up. Retrace. I missed. Dragging my mouse too fast. So potential for this to be an A, B, C, downtrend, continuation down, caution. Now if we can get to this level, pull back, hold in this vicinity around 750, could get another move higher. If we did that, that move would be roughly 16 on the upside if we did that. So we'd be looking for this move, and then that move. Top it out right there. And that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would indicate we're potentially going to change directions, but we may get a deep retrace back down in this vicinity before we can go up even higher. Kind of the crux there. I'm gonna guess you mean Tesla TSLA. And I cover this every morning, so we're not gonna be going much in depth. We broke out, we're retesting. If we break down through supports, down to 270. FCX is already covered. Run, sun, run. Hit the target, next target up, 2276. It may come back and retest the breakouts. Still a downtrend of lows. That's still a downtrend and can still go out of business after the solar tax credit stuff runs its course. It's a giant downtrend for 5 years and may get continuation lower. And we did Sprouts Farmers Market. We did Kimberly. Riley has no prospects to turn itself around here. Looks like we're just going to keep grinding the bottom. Low price stuff. It may, I see rumors it may go private since it's so cheap. Right there. And JD. Didn't even have to change it really. Looks like we go lower. That one kind of rejected going higher, so now potentially go back to the bottom. I don't know what RLU is. RLU, is that right? It's not a US listed thing. I'm not sure what RLU is. ANF came up into resistance, turn it back down. Ugh. Let's take a look. Take a look. So this did first move up, retrace, second move up, and rejecting so far. There's potential to get continuation lower. Let's move up, retrace. So resistance is right up here. And if we don't even, we did go higher than this high, just barely. That can be complete on this ABC correction. The indication that we're going on down. Be a break below this low. If price comes down, we're probably going on down. Continuation lower. That'd just be a market roadmap bounce. Continuation lower. $60, $57, and potentially down to $48. It's just a roadmap line bounce and continuation lower. R blue. Yeah, it's leveraged. Be careful on leverage. You can ask for Roblox. So Roblox probably going to retrace to the roadmap line. Yeah, like a 30% downside. So Ultra would be like 60% potential downside. Is this it? And we bounce? Doesn't look like it. And look at the last time we kind of spiked up and then did the same kind of price action and then went on down. It looks like we're right. Looking at this right here, looks like we're right here. And we may have that to go right there on Roblox. All right. Solana. What are you trying to look at? The market cap of Solana? So that's market cap wise. All this stuff is covered in Crypto Power Plays. So I know you have access. You should just go watch that. Nothing changed. Plus, I did a big crypto special yesterday on YouTube. Not really interested in talking about crypto today. NEE. Resistance right here. Potential to go down further. I mean, if you're looking for Sol USD, this type Sol USD, and we're stuck in this potential junk here. Here's the prior high. Here's the prior high. Made a move down, a retrace, 3 waves. This is dangerous for an extension. First move down, retrace, 1, 2, 3. Continuation down, right down here. Now, if we can break out the upside, here's the high, here's the low. That upside right there and right there. Potential up to 420. What does it look more likely to do? That. Be careful. And GEV. That's that extension coming back to the roadmap line would be expected. And AXP. Yeah, that's what I thought. So target 335. Prop. Going on down. Low price stuff. Trend is down, going on down. NVO. Did we make a bottom? I don't know. Large gap down. Said a lot of things on this. There's a large gap down. And at the top of that is the roadmap line. Can still go lower. Right there. And on. This is the shoes, right? I get confused between the shoes and the semiconductors. Move down, retrace, ABC. Click on that tool, that bottom, that potential to come down here. Bent, and then Under Armour is also going lower. It's at the all-time low, so how low can she go? 0. They're bad at managing stock price. That's what that tells you. Zero is probably out here somewhere. Can hold on for a while, but not a company very good at managing a stock price. All right. That's it, everybody. 30 minutes. Got it. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. See you again next week.